to Owalo, Ambassador from the United States, Ambassador Meg Whiteman, the High Commissioner from India.
Gentlemen, it is this team of gracious ladies who have worked tirelessly to launch our vision and our mission.
You can imagine the chaos that can close. So, and I'm proud to say, including Kisumu.
Investment and development conference for all. One group that their inclusion ensures that our efforts.
All protocols observed. Good.
What about malaria prevention? It is about prevalence.
Of the Senate, members of Parliament, and all important guests, we organize a purposeful and successful conference. May I take this opportunity to invite all guests foundation by organizing an international
youth has gone cold, drowned by the noise of underdevelopment, food in unique style and verve. But our legacy is not limited. In this vast land, employment, disease, food security, and
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay!
It's about reproductive rights, whatever.
Doors on in the.
Finally,
join the Professional Association of Nyanza Women here today. It is indeed my single pleasure to be part of the activities that has culminated in this conference, mounted by the Nyanza women professionals. And from the very, very onset, when the pioneers of the visionary agenda of this team reached out to me last year, I was greatly impressed by their thoughts and focus on sustainable development for future generations. And it is on account of this and my alignment to that visionary agenda that I chose to be associated with the Nyanza women professionals. Let me therefore begin by congratulating the organizers of this group. And I must give special mention to Betty Adera. She's been very, very committed to this cause. And the 2 deputy patrons plus the entire secretariat. We have had many meetings that has culminated into where we are today. Allow me at the same time, or in the same vein, to also thank the distinguished speakers who have joined us at this conference. To all of you, I must say I owe you a great debt of gratitude. When I reached out to the speakers who have joined us here today, individually, these are very busy people, ladies and gentlemen, but they all accepted to put aside everything that was on their table to come and join the Professional Association of Nyanza Women. So Meg, I want to thank you very much. Madam Kampa, I want to thank you very, very much again in the same vein. My cabinet colleague, Florence Bore, Achieng Bore, and a very good friend of mine in cabinet, thank you very much. In absentia, I must also thank 2 of my colleagues, Rebecca Miano. She was to be here with us, but she's the escort of honor for the Queen, so she couldn't make it. Susan Nahomicha, was to be here with us. She's going to join us later this afternoon. She had a paper to present in cabinet this morning. So she opted to go and present that before joining us. And by the way, in the same vein, I must sincerely thank His Excellency the President for allowing me to be here, because we have a cabinet meeting in Mombasa this morning, and he said, for the Nyanza women, Eliud will allow you to go. And I told him, Your Excellency, I'll only go if you allow me to go with my women cabinet colleagues. And he said yes, so I want to thank him very much. Harriet, thank you very much. Wakili, thank you very, very much for joining us. I also want to sincerely thank my colleagues who are here in government, those serving with me in government. And please just stand up. Just stand up. I saw CAS Engineer Gumbo, I saw Evans Kidero. We have got Chief Administrative Secretary there, Dr. Evans Kidero. Chief Administrative Secretary Fred Outa, Chief Administrative Secretary Engineer Nicholas Gumbo. We have the Chairman of the Kenya Institute of Mass Communication, Mr. Charles Owino. We have got Millicent Oduor here. She's a board member of the Lake Victoria South Waterworks Development Agency. We have got Rebecca Mora. She's a board member at the Lake Basin Development Authority. We have got is that Dr. Let? Parking. Bus passing. The women professionals from this region are basically telling us that it is time to put lamentations aside behind us and to begin walking the talk and the path of development. The second issue of significance, ladies and gentlemen, is that the women professionals are said to be the trailblazers in waking up the sleeping giant that is Nyanza. That is to say, the woman has been the face of challenges in the past, but today has opted to be the face of hope as we move into the future. In the adversities of climate change, floods, energy crisis, famine and food challenges, and in healthcare and education, among many other challenges, the poster persona has been the woman. It is edifying and most encouraging, ladies and gentlemen, that we are gathered here today to witness our women taking the initiative to jolt the region from inertia and paralysis of lamentation to the edifying promise of majestic heights of sustainable economic and human development. And from here, it is my expectation that you will begin fleshing out tangible programs and projects that can begin turning around the economy of this region. As the Cabinet Secretary for ICT within the Kenya Kwanza government under the leadership and guidance of His Excellency the President, I urge you to familiarize yourselves thoroughly with the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, just as Harriet had espoused earlier on, and to align to our own agendas with your own agenda, whose principal champion is none other than His Excellency the President. Our bottom-up economic transformation agenda is the capsule of the Kenya Kwanza government's development plan, and it is founded on 5 pillars, and that includes agriculture, universal health care, affordable housing, small and medium enterprises, and of course the digital superhighway, which have been tasked by His Excellency the President to operationalize. Alignment to this platform, ladies and gentlemen, is imperative because it will help you to leverage on the resources within government. Just like in anything else that you are doing, you have to align to the global development agenda as is enshrined in the Sustainable Development Goals. At continental level, you need to align to the Africa Union's Agenda 2063, regionally to the East African Community's Vision 2050, and of course locally to our own Kenya Vision 2030 and the plan, which is now the policy framework on which everything else we are doing within government is anchored. There is plenty of scope for us in this regard. Earlier on, the presentation by our own Kwame Owino and the plenary discussions point to this same reality. The potential outlined to us points to the need for cooperatives through which much of the opportunities can be tapped. We are better off working together and very weak working alone. That is the denominator. And as women professionals and leaders, members of PAN are well suited for purposes of reaching out to other women from the region and leading them in forming cooperative savings and credit societies. That is a critical success factor for the woman moving forward. We must constitute ourselves into feasible, tangible cooperative society so that we leverage on economies of scale to be able to exploit the full potential that is available within our operational environment. There is a lot to be done in marine life in this region and the blue economy, given the potential of our rivers and of course Lake Victoria. How do we rehabilitate the lake and make it the pivot of our economic activities in the region and beyond? That is a question we must answer. What can we do for the environment? Environmental management, environmental sustainability cannot be gainsaid, ladies and gentlemen. So that we are at once restoring and protecting it, while also making our engagement with it as a source of job creation and also generation of wealth on the other hand. Plenty of opportunities also exist in this region. The cotton sector, the sugar sector, agricultural production generally, the Western tourism circuit, and even in agro-processing. In that regard, a lot can be done in rice farming as well, in coffee, sorghum, and in soya and sunflower sectors. What we are saying is that over and above the traditional crops, there are emerging crops which can turn around the economy of this region. And we need to diversify our production lines so that we leverage on diversity to exploit the full potential that this region portends. In animal production, there are also opportunities in aquaculture, poultry, and even in livestock development generally. And all these, ladies and gentlemen, if we work together, will flow well to find space in micro, small, and medium enterprises. We have, in the recent past, working in partnership with my colleagues in government from this region, held consultative meetings with women self-help groups in Nyanza, in all the four counties of Homa Bay, Siaya, Migori, and Kisumu. And the message has been the same, that they have to constitute themselves into cooperative societies. They have to identify the opportunities available within government and enjoy economies of scale to leverage on those opportunities. Their appreciation of the need to work together for themselves and for the region has been overwhelming. And I want to encourage members of PAN to help the rank and file of our women in this region. As they constitute themselves into cooperative societies, they need legal support. You can offer that legal support for free. They need business plans. Many of you come from that background. You can help them develop business plans for free. Moving forward, as they grow, they'll need strategic plan. You are experts in those fields. You can do that for free. That is the only way and means that we can give back to the society and by extension the entire Nyanza region and even the Lake Basin region for that matter. During these meetings that we have had with these women, we have also been privileged to bring together leaders and officials from various state departments and government agencies. We have brought on board officials from the Ministry of Cooperatives. We have brought on board officials from the Ministry of Blue Economy and Mining. We have brought on board officials from the Office of the Advisor to the President on Gender Matters, and they have interfaced with these women, and these meetings have been very, very, very useful. Without a doubt, these women demonstrate clearly that the region is ready for takeoff. Nyanza is ready for takeoff. But what is left is organized and structured leadership, which you people can espouse, if not exhibit at all levels. Such leadership and guidance is best provided by professionals like yourselves. Its role is at once providing models and helping the grassroots to develop viable business plans in their chosen areas and by extension, strategic plans, depending on unfolding events as the need may be from time to time. Those plans will clearly see the markets and the linkages to this market and connect grassroots women to them. But as Dr. Riri had said, finance is also not just fundamental, but it is also critical. And when we talk about finance, let us not just talk about how to source for finance. Let us also talk about how to ensure that we prudently utilize the scarce resources that come available at our disposal to exploit the opportunities that are available. They go hand in hand. Get the finance, but also ensure that there is prudence in utilization. They are Siamese twins, and for that matter, inseparable. We have a surfeit of professional talent and competence among Nyanza women professionals. I need not remind you, of course, of the presence of the Hustler Fund as far as financing is concerned, going at an interest rate of 8% against a market rate of 16%. Please, as you had been encouraged earlier on by Dr. Okello, encourage our women to access loans. You can't develop on utilization of your own resources. None of us has got the resources for business without reaching out to utilize other people's money. And that money is available in cooperative societies. That money is available in banks. Those who have embraced the Hustler Fund are making great strides towards realizing their dreams. And therefore, the women of Nyanza cannot be an exception. Besides getting the grassroots entrenched in the business and development opportunities that are available, ladies and gentlemen, you as women in PAN can also help them to appreciate better the regulatory, legal, and legislative environment in each and every one of those sectors. And I'm happy that there's a critical mass of lawyers in the Professional Association of Nyanza Women. From where I sit in government, I also see the huge transformational potential of the digital economy in your planned activities. As we are all aware, the world is now riding on the wheels of the digital technology. And it is this technology that is creating the digital economy. Our vision as a country, or as a ministry for that matter, is to turn Kenya into a fully digitalized economy, where we leverage on technology to exploit our potential. And we have said many a time, led by the president leading from the top, that the only opportunity that we have as a country is to leverage on technology. Technology is the single most game changer available to us. It's the only way we are going to be able to bring in more people into the income bracket. It is the only way, ladies and gentlemen, that we are going to enhance efficiency and effectiveness in service delivery in government. It's the only way we are going to seal corruption so that we don't have revenue leakages in government, to strengthen our governance framework. And the president has said that issues of pilferage, revenue leakages will be a thing of the past in this government. In fact, he has gone ahead to say that he will not wait for us to lose resources in government, Ambassador Meg Whiteman. Should he detect that you have the intention of putting your hands into the public till, you will leave government as soon as yesterday. And the only way we can do this is through technology. So let us also integrate technology in everything that we are doing here as Nyanza women, and benefit by way of digital skills on one hand and digital jobs on the other. We have the potential capacity to create a minimum of 1 million jobs right here at the grassroots with the support of our partners, the EU included, and various other governments. The only available space where we have got avalanche of jobs is the digital space. We will have our boys and girls resident here in the village, but working for American companies, working for companies in Germany, working for companies in Britain, India, Singapore, just to mention but a few. So let us leverage on this to turn around the economy of this region as well. Related to all this, ladies and gentlemen, is opportunities available in various facets of government. We have got many funds. The Women Enterprise Fund, of course the Hustler Fund, the Youth Enterprise Fund. Let us encourage our people to access those funds. Sensitize the woman to know where these funds are available, that these funds are available and how they can access those funds. Let me reiterate my vote of thanks to all our visitors and friends from outside this region who have come to join us. Apologies again from Ambassador Sebastian Groth, who was to be with us. He fell unwell last night, but he said he's very much with you people, and sooner more than later, he will join you at another occasion. The whole week he has been blogging about how he's looking forward to come and eat rech. I feel so sorry for him, yeah. We do not take your coming for granted, and please share with us your insights and be ready and willing to come back and join us again, depending on unfolding events from time to time. Be part and parcel of our transformational agenda in this region by way of the economy. We believe that the economy of this region has got great potential, and working in partnership with you people from the private sector, our foreign partners, we are able to turn around the economy of this region. And we have said we are going to change the paradigm in this region so that we focus more on the economy as opposed to retrogressive politics. That is what we want to do moving forward. And we must all have our hands in that journey. We believe that this region has got the potential, and if we work together with you people, we should be able to meet our goals and objectives. I look forward to us all realizing the vision of an empowered, well-educated, healthy community in Nyanza here, living in a peaceful and clean environment. Let's work together to realize that vision, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. Back to the MC. Allow me to now have the distinguished honor and privilege to invite Her Excellency Meg Whiteman to come and make her remarks. The US Ambassador, let's all be upstanding as she comes.